my name is Tencho Mali, and I'm currently in my third year of high school, and I'm going to be talking about the one NGO that I'm part of, and it may not be your, let's say, traditional organization, in the sense that when you think of doing voluntary work or being a volunteer, it's not usually the thing that you you think of. But I'm going to kind of try to explain why the never getting paid aspect is so important within our work. What I'm going to be talking about is AES, Asociația Română pentru Educație Socială, or think of it as the Romanian Association for Social Education. Very complicated name. Again, we call ourselves IS. And again, in very, very complicated words, we're a debate club. And again, it may not sound like your usual NGO, but our activities kind of center around two different areas. We have activities that we do like inside our club, and then outside that really involve the community. But again, inside our own little bubble, we do have a community, and this is why kind of our work is so important, because basically what we do is we have a partnership with the Ministry of Education, and so we are very much so an academic institution, if you want to call us that. And you can kind of be active in it as a high schooler, but then once you finish high school and you go into college, you then become what we call a trainer. Our most, let's say, the most beloved people in our life. They are 20, 30, 40, even 60-year-olds that have been part of the debate community and want to stick around to teach others about what they do. And the reason why we believe that this is so important is because we have people that kind of go on about their lives. We have people who become teachers who, let's say, work in politics, work in economics, and then come back and teach kids about, hey, I'm a specialist in this very particular field. I'm going to teach you all I know about economics. And that's incredibly important. More so because, again, it sounds like a very easy thing. You meet up like what? Once a month? No. These people, again, have full-time jobs, who have so many responsibilities, dedicate over 30 hours a week to train these, kids. I'm one of those kids that's being trained currently, but that also trains other people back. And this is incredibly important, right? You have so many hours, so many unpaid hours that you dedicate towards kids. And again, that also involves a lot of travel, because there's also, let's say, a more competitive aspect towards our work, because we learn so much stuff that then we want to debate about if I know who's smartest, for example. And so that means traveling all over the country, all over Romania, for example, all over Europe. We've ended up in, let's say, in Serbia, in Vietnam, a whole different continent. Again, so much resources, time, and energy that you have to put into kids, into having them do very special work, and you never get any money back. It's again, practically a part-time job. But again, this is what we do within our own kind of debate clubs. This is kind of the community that we try to foster. So basically, people that work hard for 4 years in this competitive environment, and then come back as mentors, as teachers, again, inside our debate club. But we also have activities that we do outside of it, and this is very important. And here we kind of do two kinds of activities, and the first one is we do lots and lots of fundraisers. And our work, especially when it comes to fundraising, is so special for us, because for some reason we keep we keep getting a lot of money. And how we do these kind of fundraisers is we hold public debates, right? We have, let's say, very sickly people that come to us, or we find an orphanage or another house, housing the elderly, and they're in need of money, they're in dire need of resources, and they come to us, and we hold these kind of debates where we talk about a topic that's very close to them, teach people within our local community about these particular issues, and kind of, let's say, incentivize them towards understanding that this is a very important matter, and therefore giving us our money. We're just, let's say, very good businessmen. We talk our way into these fundraisers. Again, we're a debate club. We know how to talk. Again, this is the first kind of activities that we do. The second one, just as important, we have very, very strong partnerships with schools. There actually is an entire optional, like a school subject that you can do, that is called debate, and the teachers don't really get paid for it. They do it voluntarily, because they think that it's such an important skill to have, and truly, especially in the world of social media, where where everyone has somebody to say, you could at the very least make sure that when you want to say it, You do it in a very, let's say, nuanced way. You really, really present truly an argument, and you don't just um, fight with people all over social media. But again, going back to what we do in schools, we have public speaking workshops where we teach people, how to use their hands, how to use their body language, what's appropriate a language that they do, what's, let's say, the structure of the ideal argument, so that you can make sure you are understood by the people that are in front of you, how a, let's say, desirable speech should look like. We do those kinds of things. We also have more hands-on practice, where again we have workshops where we talk about state and society. That's personally my favorite. We teach them about the government that they're under, their rights. This is incredibly important. For example, we have elections this year, and so we kind of go to schools, talk about, hey, this is how an election happens. This is what the president does in a country. This is what governing parties do. We teach them about how the world around them works. And again, this doesn't only apply to politics. We don't do that. We're not a political organization whatsoever. We also teach them about economics. We're currently in the face of inflation, but what is inflation? We teach kids about all of these things. And then lastly, we also have, again, these very, very public forums, right? We have hundreds of people weirdly come to them. And we also reach out to people that are, again, let's say, a very big presence. We talk to mayors, for example, about problems that they have in a city in a room full of hundreds of people. And we take questions from the crowd and we both try to, let's say, answer those particular questions in a way that's, again, what the crowd desires, what the people want to change from our perspective, and what the mayor can do in order to make that change happen. We have other government officials that come from different ministries and talk about, again, the work that they're doing. And again, we have experts, especially from tech, that come and do the very same thing. So I've been speaking for quite a lot of time. Hopefully, kind of the way we get kind of this entire chain of how we get back to our community has been well understood. And I've showed my public speaking skills well. Again, we are called IS, and hopefully a lot more people will come and join us in these public forums after watching this video. Thank you very much.